Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the L.O.C. method. What is it and how can it help your curly hair? So the L.O.C. method, for those of you who have curly hair, you might already know this, but it's just a method of moisture retention and styling that keeps your hair from getting dry and from breaking off. Scientifically, this is one of the best ways to moisturize and style your hair, but that does not mean that it's going to work for everyone. Me personally, I don't use the L.O.C. method. I have low porosity, low density hair, and it just does not work for me. It's really up to you to try out this method, try it with different products, and see if it works for your hair. If it doesn't, that's fine. Keep it pushing. Find something else. And if it does, congratulations. Before I jump into this video, I want to remind you all to please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate this video, if you hate me, give it a thumbs down. Because it's okay. It is okay for you to hate me. And it is okay for you not to like my content. Let me know. Thumbs down if you really don't like it. Also, you should subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every single day. That's not an exaggeration. Literally every single day you will see a new video from me if you subscribe to my channel, and that is a promise. My face in your inbox every morning. Without further ado, let's jump into this video. Okay, so L.O.C. is an acronym. Acronym? Yeah, acronym. I said it right. Okay, it's an acronym, and it stands for liquid, oil, cream. This is how you're going to moisturize and style your hair for the best moisture retention. And we're going to go over what it all means. So, the L stands for liquid. For those of you who don't know, curly hair is very dry. So, moisture is always our #1 priority. The reason why is because with curly hair, the oils that our scalp naturally produces aren't able to travel down our hair shaft and moisturize our hair. So that's why we have to add in extra product, because we can't get those oils from our roots to our ends. Or if you're like me, you don't produce enough oils for your hair. So even if you could, you can't. God, that sucks. So the liquid part in this step-by-step process is very important. This is the step you cannot skip. I promise you. So, liquid, that can be any water-based liquid. That can be a leave-in, that can be a conditioner, it can be a, what else? It can be a leave-in. I personally like to use good old-fashioned water as my liquid because water equals moisture. When your hair, let's say when your hair is in the shower, when you're in the shower and you wet your hair and it's drenched, that is your maximum moisture. Your hair will not stay that wet, obviously, because your hair dries, but moisture comes from water. Water is the only thing that can moisturize your hair. So you want to use something that is water-based or just use water. Either will work, but personally I like to use just plain water as my leave-in. Also, if you don't want to use water, make sure whatever product you do use has water as the first ingredient, because that's how you know it's really going to moisturize your hair. Also, water is free. So you don't have to go out and buy another product, because you could literally just turn on your faucet and boom, there you go. Next up is O, which stands for oil. I'm going to be honest, I don't like putting oil in my hair because my hair is very, very thin, very low density. So if I put too much, and I am heavy-handed, my hair will just stick. to my face. And it's not cute. It's not pretty. So I try to stay away from oils, which is another reason why this method doesn't really work for me, because oil is pretty essential to this method. If you just wet your hair with water, or you put a leave-in conditioner in it, or you spritz it with some kind of leave-in conditioning thing, the product, some of it will get absorbed into your hair, but some of it will just simply dry. Especially if it's water, your hair will eventually dry. And either none of that moisture or not enough of that moisture will actually get into your hair shaft because you didn't seal it. Once you have your liquid on, your conditioner, your leave-in, water, you have to seal it with an oil. This will make sure that it's not just going to diffuse into the air, and that it will actually get into your hair shaft and moisturize your hair from the inside, because that's what you want. You don't want it to just sit on top, and you don't want it to just dry and end up floating around in the universe. You want it to stay in your hair, and you want your hair to be moisturized. So in order to do that, you have to seal it with an oil. Depending on your hair type or your personal preference, there are a few different oils that you can use. Number one, coconut oil. All curly girls know about coconut oil. Some of them like it, some of them don't. I personally think it's great. I used to use it, not so much anymore for the reasons I already mentioned, but it's a really good oil. Olive oil, a little bit heavier, so I wouldn't recommend using it if you have thin hair like I do. Jojoba oil is really good. Argan oil is really good if you have thin hair. Castor oil, really, really thick. So if you have dense hair or really, really thick 4B, 4A, 4C hair, castor oil will probably be really good for you. And grapeseed oil. You want to make sure you get the right kind of oil for your hair type. Because if you try and use argan oil and you got 4C, thick 4C hair, girl, you're going to be frizzy. And if you have thin hair like me and you use castor oil, you're going to look like a wet dog all day. Not cute. So I recommend knowing your curl pattern, knowing your curl type, and picking an oil that would best work for your hair. Also, have a good idea of how thick your hair is and how thick or thin your hair is. And if you're heavy-handed, know if you're heavy-handed. I'm heavy-handed. I stay away from oil. So the last step in the L.O.C. method is the C, and that stands for cream. So you've already wet your hair, you've moisturized it with, whatever leave-in or water you're going to use. You've sealed it with an oil. Now what do? The oil sealed in the moisture. The cream is to seal in the rest of it and to close your hair shaft. The cream is really what's going to help prevent that moisture loss, because it's just an extra barrier to keep that moisture in. Think of it as like an extra protection step, like when you use a tampon and you put a panty liner on just in case. That might have been a really disgusting example, but I mean, it worked, did it not? So when it comes to creams, you got a lot of options. You can use regular conditioners, you can use deep conditioners, you can use styling products, you can use shea butter, you can use curling lotions, you can use curling smoothies. Some people use gel as their cream. It's all about what works for you and what works best for your hair. And that really comes down to experimentation. I really can't tell you, without looking at your hair, without knowing your curl type, your density, your curl pattern, I can't tell you, oh, this is going to work, this is going to work, and this is going to work. I'm simply giving you the information, and it's your job to go out there and try it. Try it out, see what works, forget what doesn't, and just focus on doing what's best for your hair. What makes your hair feel the best? And it might not even be this method. This method might not work for you. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't make my hair feel good. So it really just depends. And you'll never know if you don't try. So I recommend a lot of trial and error. I'm still in the trial and error phase, as we can see. I'm not there yet. Again, the same thing with your moisturizing product. Make sure that your cream is also moisturizing. At the same time, you do want your cream to be a little bit thicker. Not so thick that it's going to wear your hair down, but you want it to be able to make sure that your hair shaft does get sealed and that moisture is locked in. There are a few different ways that you can style your hair once you've done the LOC method. You can use it as a wash and go, you can use it as base for a braid out or a twist out. If you're going to bed, you can plop, which is just putting your hair into a t-shirt or a towel and sleeping on it, and the next day you've got really nice curls, nice dry curls. I like to plop a lot. I just like saying the word plop, honestly. Or you can use it when you're about to put your hair into a protective style. When I do my faux locks, which I might actually do a video on if I do them soon, because I'm thinking about it. When I do my faux locks, I will use the LOC method when I put them in. So that way I know for sure that my curls are going to be moisturized underneath the locks. But I won't use it as a wash and go. I won't use it as a braid out because it does weigh my hair down. But every method has its uses. That's another thing you got to figure out for yourself. Finding a curly hair routine and a curly method that works for you is a journey and a process. And this is just one more step in the journey. If you try this out and it works for you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't, please do not get discouraged. There are so many methods out there for curly girls, and I am going to show you them all. I'm going to be here for you. We're going to figure this out together, I promise you. Well, that is it for this video. Again, please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys want to see. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new content, because I do upload every single day and you really don't want to miss it. You really don't want to miss it. It's gonna be good. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Refreshing. Please excuse me while I have my midday snack. Oh. Alright, focus. Focus. Thank you. Parched. Okay, so LCO. So hello. Thank you. This is a skep, and it's soaked. Water is the only thing that can moisturize your hair, which oh my god, get yourself together. Moisture is the only thing that can, wow, forget what the